401. The universe is an illusion and its size relates to our consciousness. The stronger the consciousness, the bigger the universe. The weaker the consciousness, the smaller the universe. The universe would not exist without consciousness. 402. The universe is the product of the consciousness of the greatest creator. The universe did not originate from the Big Bang. Rather, it came into being because Wuji gave birth to Taiji, and chaos evolved into holographic order. 403. The universe has 8 forces. 1. Magnetism. 2. Gravity. 3. The strong force. 4. The weak force. 5. The structural force. 6. The repulsive force. 7. The conscious force. 8. The spiritual force. The universe is made up of 3 elements: consciousness, structure, energy. 404. The universe includes 20 parallel worlds. Humans live in the XY world. Ghosts live in the -X-Y world. Monsters and demons live in the -X-Y-Z world. The 1,000-year world is in the XY-Z world. The 10,000-year world is in the X-Y-Z world. Gods, Buddhas, and the Celestial Islands continent are in the XYZ world. 405. The universe exists for life and life exists for the universe. When life dies out, the universe will perish. When the universe ends, life will be extinct. 406. The solar system was designed to serve humans on the earth. 407. The moon did not come into being naturally. It was created specifically for life on the earth. Apart from its other functions, the moon serves as a warehouse, mainly to store UFOs. 408. The UFOs that we occasionally see in the sky are not from outer space, but from within the moon, which is a gigantic warehouse storing many tools that supercelestial beings once used, and UFOs are one kind of them. The moon has a gate which can be opened at any time, and there is a huge palace beneath the mysterious Bermuda Triangle which supercelestial beings use as temporary lodgings on Earth. When such needs arise, supercelestial beings can exercise remote control of the UFOs within the moon at any time and use them to visit Earth. 409. The atmosphere is the Earth's skin. The ozonosphere is to protect life on the Earth. Water is the Earth's blood. Photosynthesis is the headspring of food for life. Symmetry in nature is a mysterious force. The perfect scale is the golden ratio. The brain is the epitome of the universe. Genes are the sealed book of life. Conditioned reflexes are the protective mechanisms of life. Sexual pleasure is not only for the continuation of ancestral lines. The beauty of nature is the masterpiece of the greatest creator. 410. There is a negative cosmic velocity in the universe, namely, the speed of the non-material, which is faster than that of light. 411. Everything in the universe moves in accordance with Tao. The spirits of all life forms are connected to that of the greatest creator. Each thing and every phenomenon follows its own principles and laws. Whether it be the operation of celestial bodies or the action of an ant or a bee, everything is controlled by Tao. The universe is holographic, and a thought can spread across it within an instant. 412. The total energy of the universe is always zero, which enables its stable order. 413. Hundun means the universe is holographic. A holographic universe means that the universe can be so expansive that there is no exterior, and so small that there is no interior. All are interconnected, nothing is independent of anything else, and no phenomenon is independent of any other phenomena. 414. The unity of opposites is only the appearance of the universe, not the essence of it. The essence of the universe is holographic order. There are no opposites such as justice and injustice, good and evil, or beauty and ugliness within holographic order. 415. There are grand universes and small universes. The boundless universe is called the grand universe, and the bounded universes are called small universes. The grand universe is made up of a vast number of small universes. The universe in which humans live is a small universe, and it is called the Earth universe. 416. All objects within the scope of time, including celestial bodies, have an origin, a time of death, and a course of development. The universe is no exception. Before the birth of the universe, it was Wuji. The state of Wuji is the absence of exterior and interior, the absence of large and small, the absence of borders, the absence of entity and non-entity, the absence of time, space, substance, and spirit. All is a state of clearness and brightness as well as chaos. All is a state of existence as well as non-existence. 417. Chaos is a disorderly state, but holographic order is an orderly one. Chaos was the state before the formation of the universe, while holographic order has been the state afterward. Chaos means mess, lack of order. Hun means wholeness and inseparable integrity. Dun means a borderless and expansive state like the immense ocean. In the state of chaos, there is no heaven, no earth, no borders, no limits, no center, no yin or yang, and no middle way. In the state of holographic order, Hun Dun, there is Taiji, the one in the unity of opposites, the two poles, and the middle way. 418. The law that maintains the zero sum of positive and negative energy is called the law of cause and effect. 419. The existence of nature is what causes the clear-layered, well-structured, multiform, and constantly changing wonder of life and all natural phenomena. If everything were devoid of their natures, then the universe would return to its chaotic, primordial state of chaos. 420. The material world is the positive universe, the non-material world is the negative universe. Non-material things are of the negative universe as they are non-physical, intangible, invisible, untouchable, inaudible, and cannot be sensed, measured, or perceived, yet influence the material world. The dream world is a type of negative universe, namely the non-material world. (421) The positions of materials and non-materials and the spheres of their activities are called space. Space can be positive or negative. Non-materials exist in negative space, materials exist in positive space. Positive space is determined by the existence and distribution of materials, and negative space is determined by the existence and distribution of non-materials. 422. Space can change an object's shape and its rules of operation. Space includes natural spaces and thinking spaces. In different spaces, operation rules and the existence of life and objects are different. Changes of space can cause changes of one's physical functions, thinking, and the survival state. One must change space if they want to change themselves. 423. Nature gives us corresponding feedback to whatever information we enter. There are no coincidences in the universe, all phenomena must have their determining factors. All natural phenomena have causes which lead to inevitable results. This is the program, an objective law which is not subject to the will of man. 424. Space can be compressed, expanded, and dissolved. 425. The passageways connecting the 36-dimensional spaces are called space tunnels. 426. Spaces are vitally important to people. A good space can bring people's capabilities into full play and make them feel relaxed and happy, while a bad space will oppress human nature and limit their talents, reducing them to mentally and physically fatigued prisoners. Therefore, we should strive to create or enter good spaces and avoid creating or entering bad ones. 427. Time is the recorder of the state of material movement. Time is born of movement. There would be no time without movement. 428. Time has 8 great characteristics. 1. Time is non-material. 2. Time can be negative or positive. 3. Time is particular and universal. 4. Time is a variable. 5. Time pervades all material spaces. 6. Time is both longitudinal and latitudinal. 7. Time has different interpretations in different spaces. 8. Time can be compressed, expanded, and dissolved. 429. Time tunnels are dense time networks which are composed of positive and negative time, and are widely distributed throughout the universe. 430. Time changes everything and everything exists within a specific time. To make an object exist eternally, you must make its time of existence eternal. 431. There is latitudinal time and space in the universe, but time does not exist in latitudinal time and space. In latitudinal time and space, one cannot feel the passage of time, but insofar as Earth time is concerned, several seconds of latitudinal time and space can be several decades, centuries, or millennia. 432. Our physical bodies are in positive space, but our spiritual entities are in negative space. 433. To escape from the bondage of time and space, one must think whimsically, unconventionally, and act against norms. 434. Tao is the commonality of the universe, and the core of Tao is the greatest creator. Revering the greatest creator and following Tao is the perfect and harmonious integration of one's individuality with their universal commonality. Only those who integrate their individuality perfectly and harmoniously with the commonality of the universe have sober minds and bright prospects. Those who abandon this general principle and direction cannot secure bright prospects no matter how intensely they engage in self-cultivation. 435. Non-material is the reverse side of material, and it does not possess the characteristics of material. All materials pass through the processes of birth, growth, decay, and death, but non-material does not. Everything in the non-material world can miraculously transform in an instant. From the perspective of the ever-existing universe, everything is transient, illusory, and valueless. To obtain eternal existence, one must break away from the control of time, and to do this, one must work hard to perfect the spiritual entity of life. When all conditions are ripe, success will follow. Once you manage to break through the limitation of time, you will be able to enter latitudinal time and space as you like, feel relaxed and happy, and be overwhelmed by unparalleled beauty. 436. It is impossible to understand the non-material world by means of science, intellect, facts, and logical reasoning. The only way to know it is to let one's consciousness enter the non-material world and be there to observe it just as we enter our dreams. It is only by entering into the non-material world in person that we can understand it. There are 2 types of non-material worlds. One is to be perceived from a longitudinal time tunnel, and the other is to be perceived from a latitudinal space tunnel. This is to say that to learn about your past or future, you must enter a time tunnel. To know about other non-material worlds existing at this moment, you must enter a space tunnel. 437. If we do not see anything in the material world, then our physical eyes have failed. They are covered, closed, or have become blind. If we do not see anything in the non-material world, then our spiritual eyes have failed. They are covered, closed, or have become blind. 438. The sum of positive and negative energy in the universe is always 0. The total score of wins and losses is always 0. And behind the glory of every winner hides the bitterness and misery of a loser. Therefore, for the sake of other people's happiness, we should only take what is necessary for us instead of having an insatiable greed for all benefits. 439. The universe has these 8 dialectics. 1. Form is emptiness, emptiness is form. 2. When things are exhausted, they revive, when they end, they begin again. 3. The hidden becomes clear, and the smallest becomes big. 4. Life and death are the root of each other, yin flourishes and yang declines. 5. To have nothing is to have everything, and to have everything is to have nothing. 6. Nature emerges when the mind is silent, it subsides when the mind is active. 7. Motion and stillness coexist, brightness and darkness are interdependent. 8. Positive and negative are symmetrical, development is constrained when the balance of any proportion is broken. Four 440. Tao is the consciousness of the greatest creator and the blood of the universe. It is nature, the synthesis of all laws, and the general program that governs the operation, mutual generation, and restraints of everything in the universe. 441. Tao has these 8 characteristics. 1. Holographic order. 2. Eternal reliability. 3. Instantaneous detection and response. 4. Lack of interior or exterior but transcendence over time and space. 5. Spirituality. 6. Justice. 7. Immediacy. 8. Illusory yet actual. 442. The intention of everything represented by Tao is expressed in forms. Without form, Tao's intention would be difficult to materialize. Form is the embodiment of Tao, but is by no means Tao itself, just as a cell in a human body is the embodiment of that person, but is definitely neither him nor her. 443. Tao exists in everything, everything exists in Tao, Tao is the One. The vast universe has only one consciousness, that of the greatest creator, which is manifested through Tao. 444. The attributes of Tao have no contradictions. If one has conflicts with others, they are not in tune with Tao. If there are conflicts within a group, it is not in tune with Tao. 445. The attainment of Tao begins with minor details, achieves in dribs and drabs, and consummates in both the profound and the subtle, but there is no trick to it. 446. Zen is the best approach through which one can become enlightened. Any other approaches can be described by words, but only Zen can be carried out with soul. Having understood the truth of Zen, formal education is unnecessary because heaven, earth, and all other phenomena are books. We can read the books without words of heaven, earth, and all phenomena at any time, whether we are awake or asleep. 447. One thing is eternal. From the remote past to the distant future, it has been committing itself silently. Its semblance can change at any time, but its essence always remains the same in the past, the present, and the future. As long as we are willing to rely on it, we always can, and this is where we can entrust our lives. It is Tao, the embodiment of the consciousness, and the spirit of the greatest creator. By entrusting our lives to Tao, we are entrusting them to the care of the consciousness and spirit of the greatest creator. In one word, we must entrust our lives to the greatest creator. 448. Essences cannot be understood other than through their uses. This is a big mystery which simply means that the intentions of all essences are expressed by their uses. To allow one's essence to be understood, they must concentrate their efforts on their uses. It is only by expressing our uses that we can attain Tao, because the values of everything lie in their uses, and without them, their essences cannot be understood. 449. The values of things lie in their uses. The functions and the values of Tao are embodied completely in its uses. The greater one's use is, the greater their value is, and all objects in the universe express their value through their use. As far as humans are concerned, the more uses one has, or the greater uses they have, the greater value they have, the richer intentions they will attain, and the more easily they will approach eternity. We cultivate ourselves by expanding our uses. The more useful we are, the better we do in cultivation. 450. holographic order is the characteristic of Tao, chaos is the appearance of holographic order, and holographic order is the essence of chaos. Actually, 99.9999% of people see chaos, but only 1 in a million see holographic order. Jesus, Sakyamuni, and Lao Tzu are great because they understand holographic order rather than just chaos. The perception of chaos is narrow-sensed, one-sided, local, and linear. The perception of holographic order is broad-sensed, comprehensive, integrated, and non-linear. 451. To learn from Tao, one must learn from everything in nature, from the mirror, and from children. To achieve Tao, one must forget themselves and faithfully reflect the truth and facts. Those who have achieved Tao are like mirrors which reflect everything truthfully, including the endlessly changing outside world. They do not distort facts or scenes. One who has no self but faithfully reflects the truth and the facts is one who has achieved Tao. 452. The pursuit of various techniques is a small matter, but the pursuit of Tao is an important matter. It is easy to acquire and learn techniques, but extremely difficult to achieve Tao. Do not fall into and get stuck in the traps of techniques because techniques are endless. The research for techniques cannot be completed even in 100,000 years. So let us go directly to the headstream, Tao. 453. It is difficult to reach heaven, but more difficult to understand oneself. It is difficult to pursue Tao, but more difficult to confront oneself truthfully. 454. One's chickens and dogs will not follow them to heaven by their having achieved Tao. One's friends and relatives will not become immortal because of their becoming immortal. Everyone must complete their own path. 455. Our self-refinement should be concentrated on the perception, pursuit, attainment, and practice of Tao, and we must never be infatuated with gong, magic, techniques, or ceremonies. We should pay attention to inner qualities rather than to appearances and forms. The core of self-refinement is to perfect our non-material structures of life rather than to obtain wisdom and supernatural powers. We should work on our thinking and our transformation of consciousness instead of on meditation and practicing our skills. 456. The perception, pursuit, verification, attainment, and maintenance of Tao is the road to the sublimation of life. To perceive Tao means to understand the following principles by observing the endless variety of phenomena in the boundless universe. 1. The laws and rules that govern the operation of the universe. 2. The origin of all things and phenomena. 3. The principles of the operation of life. 4. The secrets and profound mysteries of the universe, of time and space, and of life and life. The pursuit of Tao is to establish one's own outlook on the world, life, and values on the basis of the perception of Tao. The verification of Tao is to validate through one's practices over and over again whether the outlooks on the world, life, and values are correct and conform to the laws and procedures of the evolution procedures of Tao. The attainment of Tao means that one has understood the secrets and profound mysteries of the universe, time and space, and life, and has established unshakable correct views on the world, life, and values. The maintenance of Tao means that one will self-improve, self-refine, and behave according to the views on the world, life, and values that one has established, and will stick to their faith and belief no matter how the world may change, what great events may happen in the vicinity, whether they are in prosperity or in adversity, and regardless of how great a temptation with which they are faced. They will remain resilient and strong even after going through endless battering from hurricanes from every direction, and remain seated on the fishing boat, unaffected by stormy waves. Jesus' teaching that one who has the greatest endurance will be saved is the core meaning of maintaining Tao. 457. A man of great virtue is one who follows the way of Tao. Tao has no clear fixed entity. What does it look like? It is elusive and evasive in which there are forms, elusive and evasive in which there are entities, so profound and obscure in which there is essence of energy. The essence of energy is really true, which is verifiable. Dating back to ancient times, its name can never be abolished, but the very beginning of all things can be observed according to it. How can I know the beginning of all things? Through Tao. 458. 10-9 is Tao. Tao has intricate layers of meanings, however, when they are all reduced to their basics, they are simply the law, the order, and the one. For us, the meaning of 10-9 is the casting away of numerous and complicated matters in life and the concentration of all our efforts onto one thing. To thoroughly, intensively, and completely attend to one matter is to obtain everything from it that we need, that is to say, as long as we stick to the one, we will be in tune with Tao. Undivided attention, wholehearted devotion, total commitment, and perseverance are the embodiments of 10-9. As long as we are capable of this, there is nothing that we cannot achieve. Rubbing ropes against wooden boards will cut into them, and dripping water onto stones will wear them down. Channels form when water flows, and melons' pedicles fall when their fruit ripens. 459. Who can change the program of Tao's evolution? We should not attempt to do so. What we need to do is escape from the trappings of life. It is impossible for those who cannot save themselves to save others. Save yourselves first, then save others. Can the poverty-stricken offer financial help to others? Can the imprisoned help other prisoners to escape from their cells? Those who have fallen into a trap should try to escape from it on the conscious level first. As long as you are awake spiritually and have a sober mentally, you can escape from the trappings of life, one step at a time. 460. Ultimate Tao cannot be pursued according to relationships. It has no favorites, and it will not help you if you are poor and pathetic, nor punish you if you are rich and powerful. The only measure of reward or punishment is to see whether or not you are following Tao. If you are, then you will be rewarded; if not, you will be punished.